Hi, welcome to K8MRD Electrical, where I do things wrong and get shamed in the comments. Today, we're going to be running this 10 gauge power wire, I think it's 10 gauge, sure, 14 gauge, from the battery of my car, inside my car, through this switch, and into this 12 volt power, 10 amp DC to DC lithium iron phosphate battery charger. So why am I doing this? Well, for the longest time I ran this battery charger and the 8 amp charger in my car for several months with no problems. And then my car decided to have the 12 volt sockets melt. So I've replaced about 4 or 5 of those now because I don't learn. So I'm finally gonna just wire this to this, from the battery in my car to this to charge the 100 amp hour battery that I use to power my radios. And you're probably asking yourself, Mike, if you're running wire to power your battery box to power your radios, why don't you just run the wire and power your radios? Because this is what I want to do. So we're going to do that. So I've got this inline fuse here, and I'll show you this switch here. So I had these are little like 12 volt, 20 amp switches. I think they're 12, 24 volt, whatever. 20 amp switch. I have a bunch of these, but I needed a case, so I went on Maker World and I found this case that has a little lid, because I need a button, because this is going to be wired directly to the battery of my car. I don't want this charger to deplete the battery of my car while I'm charging my 100 amp hour, so we just put a little switch on here so we can turn it on and off. I was going to crimp these with some flag connectors, but it's not deep enough. So I might end up widening this in my slicer to accommodate the flag connectors so I can actually crimp them. But in the meantime, I just did a really bad job soldering them. It's proof of concept, right? But it should be okay. I did have to drill this, the holes out from the 3D print to make my 14 gauge wire fit. But we need to connect the power lead, or the fuse. We need to splice it to this wire. So I want it to be the same length because OCD and all. So I'm basically just going to cut off that much or close to it of the red wire, and then we'll splice these together, and they will be hopefully at least close to the same length. Wish me luck. See, when they tell you it's pure copper wire, see how that's not copper? Thanks, China. So let's do this splice method here. Sure to get the most reaction from the viewer for being like not the splice that they would do, you know. Oh. Can't do it that way. We got to put the heat shrink on first. You big dummy. I would love to do a lineman splice, but I suck at it so bad. Oh, this is going to be terrible. See, it already is. Any minute now, this wire is going to heat up and start taking the solder. Wow, that took a lot of heat, but we got it. See, the great thing about heat shrink tubing is it covers up what you did and makes people think it is a professional job. And no one's any the wiser. Let's give her one more crimp in the wrong spot. Sure. Now I've got to put power poles on the other end of this wire, but I've got to fish it through the car first, so we're going to leave that for now. I do need to put power poles on the switch part, so we will go ahead and install those. Beautiful. That's awesome. All right, let's go pull some wire. So now the plan, we're going to fish this wire kind of along the fender there, much the same fashion that I've done my coaxial cable. Now you're probably asking yourself, Mike, why don't you just fish the 12 volt wire through the grommet that's in the firewall? Well, that's a great question. There is no grommet in the firewall. This is a 2019 Ford Explorer XLT, and they don't want you putting wires through there. ain't happening. So that's how we're gonna do it. And then it's gonna come out right through here. We're gonna put it behind this bracket, and then I'm gonna bring it around, go underneath this molding here. I've already kind of taken everything apart, and then we're gonna come out along the door jamb. We're gonna come out right here. As you can see, I've done some other wiring there, and then into the back seat. We're probably gonna fish it. I might be able to fish it under this rug, or at least just underneath the WeatherTech, like I half-assed. This wire here, that's going to, from the battery to my Yaesu FTM 300, never mind the gun case. And then we'll just put the charger down there somewhere and start charging away. So that's the plan. This went in so easily when I wasn't recording. That's just going down the fender now, isn't it? That's the right hole, though. This is an exercise in futility. Okay, that took way longer than it needed to fish this wire underneath the fender. When I did it the first time, when I wasn't filming, literally got it the first time. This time it probably took me, I don't know, 20 minutes of screwing around. So now I need to feed it under this guy. Then we are going to fish our wire through the molding here as I block the shot. I'm going to run it all the way down this inside molding here. You can't see it, but I'm running the wire down this guy, and then under this second one we can kind of cross over and force it right back there to where we want it. Now I gotta put that all back. Okay, so I was actually able to get the wire to go from here down, and it's actually crossing underneath right here. There was like a wire harness right there that I was able to pass the wire underneath, and then it's going under this right here and coming out right there, which is where I want it. And then we just have to cover this up to the other side of the car, and then put some power poles on it, hook everything up, and we should be done. Oh yeah. And we actually left plenty of extra length too, so we got that going for us. There's some carpet there. Also some wire there. We need to go under that. And go under our WeatherTech mat here and come out. Right around there is good. Yeah, we can cut it right about here. That should work. And with the magic power of editing, the power poles are installed. Now it's time to hook it up to the battery. There's no fuse yet. Here's another part where you can tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I'm going to hook this directly up to the battery. Maybe. Red to black and black to red, right? Always take off your metal bracelets when you're doing this kind of stuff too. Probably should have ran it under this, huh? I'm going to zip tie it to something. Let's do that again. This goes somewhere. That looks like a pro did it, right? All right, we ready to make this go live? All right, so this should be live. So let's plug in a little voltmeter there, make sure we didn't screw anything up. 12 volts, that's good. Let's test our button that we made. That works. Now, we got an input, plug in the charger. That works. And now let's plug the charger into the battery box. That's done. All right, I've got the charger at the 2.5 amp setting. We're pulling 2.88 amps because the fridge just turned back on. Now we're charging We're at 0.2 amps. Let's push this up to 5 amps, putting 2.38 amps into it. Now up to 10 amps, plus 7 amps, plus the 2.8, whatever that the fridge is using. I'm gonna call that a success, boys. Might not look great, but we did what we set out to do, and that is what matters the most. So I just have to remember to turn this off when I am not having the engine on, because we're just drawing off the battery power right now. But that is a completed setup. I'll have to tidy up these wires and stuff, but now we have 14 gauge wire coming straight from the battery into the charger and into the battery that powers my radios. So there we have it. That's a way to wire 12 volts into your 2019 Ford Explorer XLT or any other car if you want to half-ass it. Leave comments on how I should have done it and how I did it wrong and all that stuff and how you would have done it better. And I will all have a laugh at it. I know I sure had a laugh at how I did this. This is ridiculous, but it works. That's the main goal. So thanks for watching. My name is Mike. Don't take any of my electrical advice, and we'll see you next time on Ham Radio Tube 73.